Hello, everyone. It's not every day that customers will boast about their experiences at a restaurant unless it excels their expectations. Most customers value the ability to leave constructive criticism and their opinions for companies in order to better or re-instruct the company. Though this may not directly affect the customer themselves, behind the scenes, restaurants are working extremely hard to improve based on the reviews and desires of its future customers. The company Revision was founded in Italy at the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. The founder spent all of his days taking care of his daughters and working with his great uncle at his restaurant. During this time, the place wasn't booming and the slow flow of customers ran the restaurant out of business. In order to help provide for his family, he developed a small business that would review restaurants and potentially help his uncle reopen shop. After helping many restaurants regain their popularity, he became the talk of the town. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic surfacing at the beginning of 2020, the founder and his family set path to Georgia to avoid getting the sickness. While the founder was out and exploring in Georgia, he found himself critiquing all of the European restaurants as non authentic and a disgrace. The founder then reached out to the struggling restaurants and offered to help them. He created the motto that food is where we can all feel home, and Revision became a popular European name to place in several cities. This was the story behind a struggling man trying to provide for his family and encouraged others to also take risks on the things that they love. Hi, my name is Jalen, and the role I play in this company is an overseer of all of the social media connects. I spend a lot of time on the company's Instagrams and other social media pages, taking suggestions from customers and also just updating them on restaurant hours, new restaurant policies. Also, we have specials for the week, so I do tend to update all of the customers and people who are looking on our weekly menus and things that often change. It's a very well way to stay connected within the communities of where the restaurants are, and also with our supporters of the restaurants. A lot of people like to stay in the know, so I feel like it's a very important role that I play by updating the people and pretty much giving them what they want on the updates of the restaurant. From personal experience, I have worked in a restaurant since I was 16. I started off working at Maggiano's. As soon as I turned 16, a good friend's parent of mine actually was able to let me work there. So I gained a lot of experience working with different people and also learning how to have better customer service skills and be more understanding of people. I feel like that role from 16 all the way up until 18 being there really helped me with working at different restaurants and also more popular restaurants because it is a lot more people and sometimes people can be more demanding. So I feel like it's very important to have that background and know how to work with people because it's very important when working in a restaurant, especially when people want things a certain way. So I feel like it's very important to know how to work with people and also have empathy and understand people because in settings like restaurants and stores, the customer is always right, but it's very important to empathize so that people will want to come back and not see minor issues as major issues because as a leader, you can control those things as long as you're properly communicating with customers and anyone else who may have issues. So the restaurant that I reviewed was Bread and Butterfly. This is a European Italian restaurant, cafe kind of style. So they don't have very huge entrees, but they do have some nice like portion sizes and good type of appetizer foods. They've been in business since 2015. They opened their first location in Midtown Atlanta, and I actually live in Atlanta, so that's pretty cool to see. They have a lot of cool, popular foods and drinks. A lot of people are into coffees nowadays, so they have a lot of nice Americanos that they put with nice creamers and just flavorings that make coffee taste really good. And they have a lot of other nice alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. with sweet and sours and just mixes if you don't prefer alcohol and stuff like that. And they also have a lot of bakery items that would make you feel like you're at home if you're from Italy. A lot of croissants, a lot of muffins, cakes, and cookies and stuff like that. They also include a lot of sausages and peppers and a lot of tomatoes and romaine lettuce. There's also a lot of Italian like subs, and they do a lot of fried egg sandwiches and fried egg on burger. They also put it on salad, and they also use a lot of salmon and mint and pickles. It's just a lot of stuff that's incorporated into different meals, and I think it's very cool because they use a lot of homey meals if you were from there, and I'm sure it would feel good to taste and just be in that environment. This is the inside and outside of the restaurant. We have a viewpoint of the outside billboard and also looks like a garage. I haven't been to this place, so it's very interesting to see. They have nice glass windows and it looks like a pretty nice atmosphere. They have a nice outside patio seating with some glass, and also I like the glass carafes that they give you at your table. That's very classy and I feel like it's very elegant and ups the atmosphere of this restaurant. So, two places that I believe are good competitors for Bread and Butterfly are Cafe Intermezzo and Pasha Bar and Grill. I feel like these are two pretty good competitors because they serve similar style home foods, and I believe that is probably very comforting if you're from those places. They have a lot of popular items, a lot of popular drinks that people like to get, the alcoholic beverages, non-alcoholic beverages, a lot of nice coffees, and they really spice them up. They do holiday drinks. It's very cool how they include the holidays into their drinks and just make it a fun time with all of the foods. They really spice it up and make the plates look very nice. And I feel like that is a good comparison to the last restaurant because I like the way that their plates look, and I feel like it just keeps the restaurant looking up to par and also just a great atmosphere for a new person visiting or somebody looking for a good time. So I have went ahead and quoted three of the strengths from this restaurant from people that have actually visited and have photo proof from their experience. So one of the quotes I have are the prices are great for the amount and the quality of food you get. That sounds pretty good. Another one says perfect portions, awesome service. We have another one here that says the interior of the place is beautifully done. And as you can see in the photos I showed, I did agree myself that I did like the ambiance of the place, so it looked pretty nice to me as well. And for the last drink that I have listed, they both have they have both indoor and outdoor seating. And for me, that is a plus because sometimes if it is too crowded, you can choose to sit outside. And I feel like that's definitely a plus to have in a restaurant, especially if you don't want to be too close to people and you kind of just prefer to be outside. I feel like that is very comforting to have for your guests. So, also, as stated in a lot of the reviews, people enjoy having the option to choose. So, I agree that makes me feel comforted, and that is a good strength for the restaurant. So, some of the weaknesses that I have listed and actually quoted from customers that have visited Bread and Butterfly are long wait and not worth it, misleading food descriptions and inexcusably small portions. And another one said, good food, cute plate, and terrible service. So I feel like those kind of go hand in hand. Maybe nice presentation, but not as well with customer service, and maybe just rationing the food. I feel like a lot of people are kind of saying those same things, so I believe that could be an area for an improvement. So I feel like the things that I listed are very important to discuss because there are a lot of areas for improvement and a lot of areas to applaud because there are some areas with great customer service, but there are a handoff full of people that feel otherwise. So there obviously is an area of improvement in that way. Some of the reflecting on some of the negative things that people were saying, that there was like a long wait and it was not worth it to them. I feel that that kind of goes hand in hand with customer service and maybe food quality or just kind of changing it up. Another thing, again, misleading food descriptions and small portions. I believe that the portioning size kind of needs to be discussed and communicated with the manager and whoever's, putting out how big the plates need to be and how much food needs to be given out per, because there are a lot of people speaking on behalf of the small portions, which I feel like if you are paying a pretty good price, you should be getting a good portion for your money. And then another one, also reflecting back on good food, nice place, but not terrible, but terrible service. So that is definitely area for improvement, and I feel like that should be reflected on within going further. So I have about 3 to 5 opportunities that I can recommend to pretty much just up the place and gain some better reviews. I feel like it's definitely important to listen to your customers and reflect on what they are saying about your restaurant and your food and just the quality of everything. If you really care about your business excelling and being successful, it's important to get and understand feedback from the people who are investing in your business. So I do, reflecting back on what some of the customers said, I feel like it would be a good idea to discuss with your team about maybe the prices and conversion to the portions of food. Unless there is a shortage that is being told to the customers, I don't believe that that is something that's going to go away as far as the reviews, because in a high economy society, a lot of people are really trying to get their money's worth. And I feel like it's important to get your money's worth when you're eating. So I would definitely take that just as serious in a restaurant if I feel like the portion is not adding up to however much I spent. So I feel like that is definitely an area for improvement that could be discussed and really benefit the place and cut out some of those kind of reviews, because a lot of those were kind of repetitive. And I just believe if a conversation was had about it, that could probably go down and would benefit from that. I also Another thing, I believe that the restaurant could maybe add a couple more options to the menu. It is a cafe, but a lot of the menu options are kind of limited to pastries or salads or just like a soup. So I understand that it's a cafe, but if it is Italian, I think that people would like more options like pasta or just more homey kind of foods. I feel like that would bring just more options to the table, especially for people who may not want just a soup salad or kind of bread pastry. And another thing I can say is maybe just listening to what the people have to say as far as customer service, because it's important to be able to accept feedback and also return that to the people working for you or working with you. And it's important to listen to each other and also just reinforce that behavior, or not even behavior, but just reinforce, good quality customer service, because it is important to run a business. So I feel like making sure that is evenly told throughout whoever is working with you or for you is very important, because that will go on for how you run your business. And although customers may not say, I had a bad time with this person, a bad review against a restaurant still can cost you. So trying to cut out those things, I feel like it's important to just listen to your customers and take feedback and communicate that amongst each other. I feel like some of the threats for this company would probably be not giving enough food, having limited menu options, and not serving a lot of options before a certain time, because everyone's lifestyle is different. And I can definitely relate. If I'm up early in the morning, it is important that I have, kind of more options, because if you've already eaten breakfast at 6 a.m. and you're up above everybody, up before everybody, and you go to a place, you kind of don't want to eat breakfast again. So you would like to have some more options. So I feel like that would be cool to have in a cafe setting, because it also is Italian. So I feel like if they were to add a little bit more options, that would kind of please the customers and show up for that gray area. In conclusion, I believe it's important to often manage your restaurant views and listen to what the people are saying about your restaurant and the experience that they had at your restaurant, because listening and doing effective things that will boost your clientele and your customer rate will really help out your business, and people will also feel appreciated by you listening to the things that they put in the reviews and also just taking out your time to do so. I also feel like you can strengthen your competition against other people by just listening to the feedback from your customers and just eliminating the negative reviews that are in there. I feel like that will really reduce that part. I really did enjoy having this opportunity with this company, and I enjoyed managing the reviews. And I do believe that it will be a good idea to take the recommendations that I put for you guys, and hopefully, you can see something good of that. Above is our company card with our information, our email, our phone number, and our company photo. We will be doing a giveaway, and on the next slide, I will be showing the merch for our giveaway. So please enjoy just this contact information for us if there is any need to reach out or inquiry. So, with that being said, I will be the one to announce that we are going to be doing a giveaway on a two-piece designer glass set, custom made from the restaurant with embellishments of the restaurant's name and authentic glass from the historic years of when the restaurant was just opened. So I really hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for taking the time with me and allowing me to provide recommendations and do what I can to just boost this restaurant and have more success in this business. Thank you.